In 1961, the US government secretly shut down power and communication in an American city. On purpose, no warning, no explanation. 1 minute, life was normal. The next, the lights died. Radios went silent and everyone thought the same thing. This is it. This isn't a drill. This is war. But it wasn't an attack. It was an experiment. And what happened next exposed a problem the government had never prepared for. This was the height of the Cold War. Americans practiced air raid drills. Families built fallout shelters. Emergency broadcasts were treated like life or death instructions. Yet officials realized something terrifying. No one actually knew how people would react when everything really went dark. So they ran a real-world test. In selected areas, power was cut. Radio stations went off the air. Emergency signals were triggered. There was no advance notice, only instructions afterward. The silence system. To understand why this was so frightening, you have to understand the system people trusted back then. If you look at old radios from the 50s, you'll see tiny triangles marked at 640 and 1240 AM. The plan was drastic. In a Soviet attack, every normal station would shut down. Only those two frequencies would broadcast official messages, jumping between transmitters to confuse enemy bombers. The strategy for survival was essentially silent. This 1961 test was supposed to prove the system worked. When the lights went out, would people calmly tune to the triangles or panic? Remember the mindset of the time? It was 1961. The Berlin crisis was unfolding. President Kennedy had just told Americans to build shelters. For an ordinary person at home, sudden darkness and dead radio air didn't feel like a storm. It felt like the beginning of World War III. The government expected obedience. Instead, human nature took over. Some people stayed put. Others tried to flee, packing cars and clogging roads. But the biggest failure was the phone network. Instead of tuning their radios, thousands grabbed their telephones calling family, police, neighbors. They didn't want a signal, they wanted a human voice. The result was total gridlock. Mechanical switching systems collapsed under the load. The lines didn't literally melt, but they failed completely. Wasn't about fear, it was about information. The test proved that silence doesn't create order, it creates confusion. That failure helped kill CONELRAD by 1963. It was replaced by the emergency broadcast system, and eventually, the alert system that blasts your phone today. So the next time your phone screams with an Amber Alert or weather warning, remember, it's loud on purpose. History taught us that silence is dangerous. If you want more forgotten stories that explain the world we live in today, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next story.